Hi guys, it's Sherry. Today we're going to be making a mini mosaic piece, and I rolled out my white clay onto the thickest setting, and you are going to need something that has texture like this. Now this is actually like drywall tape, so that's what I'm going to be using, but if you can find like a little screen or something like that, that'll work as well. And I am just going to cut this and place it on. And I'm going to push it in there real nice. And then I have these little earring pieces, and I'm just going to kind of measure out where I need to put my mica powder. Let me move this closer for you guys. Hold on. Okay, let me line that back up. And I want to get this in here nice. Okay. So once you have your netting, or whatever you want to really call this, put into place, you're going to get your mica powder. And I have this greenish blue. That's what I will be using. And I'm just going to go over these areas. Get your mica powder on there really nice. Make sure it's completely covered. And I just want to lay these back on here once again. Make sure I have my area completely covered that I will need. I'm going to go over this little section a little bit more. And I'm just going to kind of try to take off the excess. And then I'm going to lift this up. And then you see how you have the little tile marks. Beautiful. And I'm going to take another little piece. And I'm going to lay this right on the bottom. I'm going to use a little green on that. And I don't need a lot, just a little section. And I also want a little bit of my, this is mauve. And lastly, I need a little bit of yellow. And I am changing out my brushes. You could clean your brushes if you only have one. Okay. So once all your pieces are completely covered in your mica powder, I'm going to lift this up. And I actually just want to make sure, oops, that's okay. Make sure my area is clean. I'm going to push this right down. So I need my X-Acto knife. Let me get that. And then I am just going to cut around my pieces. And we're going to cut this off to the side, put these off. Those will come into play in a little bit. Let's get this cleaned up. All right. Now I want to carefully lift these because I want to take off that little edge there. And then set that off to the side for the time being. All right. So I want to clean that up. Okay. So now we got to figure out how we're going to lay this, and I know my pieces are going to go exactly like that. So I want to make sure that my pieces are laying exactly how I am going to wear them. Then my next step is to get my Saran wrap. Carefully put this on. Do not rub it. Just lay it flat down because you do not want to mess up your piece there. And I know I'm going to want one cactus here, so I'm going to press down. And I want one on this side. And then carefully lift. And then let's carefully take that out. Okay. Now, my next step is going to be, I want to cut just a tiny bit out. And I'm going to lift that piece off. And then I am going to lay it on here to kind of get a measurement. All right. And we will lay that right back into place. Just, let's see if we want, we're going to go up. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to cut one strip here. I'm just going to kind of thin it out to make sure it fits in there properly. I just want to clean it up just a tad bit to make that fit in there a little bit better. I'm going to do the same thing, cut this out. And then very carefully, you don't want to ruin these, so carefully pick them up and set them right in there. Oops. There we go. I'm going to cut out our moons. And I'm going to lift this moon out. And carefully put the new one in. And lastly, we are going to put one little mark up here. Make our little mountain look. Alrighty, that should fit now. I'm just gonna put that all together. And I'm just going to press that down a little bit, make sure everything is nicely secure. And I press that down completely. And we're just going to take off all the edge. And my blade. Oops. I'm going to put a back on that, but I'm going to set that off to the side for right now so we can make our next one. So I'm just going to kind of keep this one right next to me so I could kind of follow along and match my pieces up. So I know I want to, no, oh, hold on. Let me put you a little closer. It's funny because I got to go backwards now, so I have to really think about how I did this. All right, so now I'm just going to set this off to the side as well. Clean this up. Okay, and I'm going to take my scraps here. I'm going to mix them up and roll them through my pasta machine. I'm not worried about the colors. All right, now I want to clean up my edges. That will give me my base that I need. And I want to push this down as far as I can. All right, I am going to get my tile. Let me clean this up. Got stuff on that one. Get a clean one. I'm going to lay this on the back for right now, and I want to just clean this up the best that I can. And I'm going to carefully take my stamp, and I want to put a small impression in there. And I'll clean all this up when it comes out of the oven. So that piece is done. And my next, oh wait, okay. See, this is why we gotta put it on another piece of clay so our pieces don't fall apart. There we go. So now we will pop these in the oven at 275 for around half hour to 45 minutes, and then we'll come back and finish these pieces up. My pieces are out of the oven. They're completely cooled off, and you can see how cool they look. Does that not look like tile? I'm super pleased with them. And then this is the back. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the back yet, but I know I want to in order for these to kind of stay in place fully, we're going to have to put some resin on them. So this is the resin I'm going to be using today. And I am just going to put that on. And then just glide it over. I am making sure that I get over the edge a bit to go onto the metal. This way my piece is nice and secure. Okay, so now I'm going to put this under my light and let that cure. And while that's curing, I will figure out what I am going to do with the back. All right, guys, so my pieces are out from the UV light, and look how amazing these look. I am super thrilled with these. I got clay on me. They really look like tile, and I think they are just beautiful. I'm not sure what to do at the back yet. I'm going to do that another day. I'm kind of drawing a blank on what to really do with it. I know I'm going to sand it up. I may just end up polishing it and keeping it white. I may end up doing a little bit of glitter or painting it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm driving myself crazy here trying to figure it out, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I also was going to make these into earrings, but I actually think these would make nicer pendants. So that's what I'm going to end up doing with these. You do as you please and what you desire on this. But here's a really neat idea on how to make tile work. You could use any shape, cut out any shape. And next time I would go with darker colors for my cactus and my moon because it kind of blends together. But all in all, I think this came out fantastic. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.